You are trapped inside a tiny fishing boat in the middle of the Pacific. The radio is dead. The engine is useless. No one knows where you are. There is no safe route home, almost no fresh water, and an ocean horizon that looks identical in every direction. Rescue could come tomorrow or never. This survival reconstruction is inspired by the documented account of José Salvador Alvarenga, who said a short fishing trip became 438 days adrift. On November 17, 2012, Alvarenga and fellow fisherman Ezequiel Cordoba left the Pacific coast of Mexico in a small open fishing boat. The trip was supposed to be brief. Then the weather turned, the sea rose, and the boat was pushed beyond the world they knew. A working outboard engine is your route home. In heavy seas, it becomes dead weight. The radio weakens. The coastline vanishes behind rain. Your first instinct is to fight the storm. But every unnecessary movement burns energy, increases injury risk, and exposes the boat to more water. The correct priority is brutally simple. Stay aboard. Keep the hull from flooding, secure anything that can collect water, and protect the few tools left. By the time the sky clears, the danger does not look dramatic. It looks empty. Calm blue water can be more terrifying than the storm, because now the storm has ended, but the real disaster has only begun. Could you survive 438 days with no land in sight? The first 72 hours are ruled by false hope. You expect an aircraft, a patrol boat, or another fisherman to appear over the horizon. That expectation can kill you. Survivors often waste strength signaling at distant shapes, searching the horizon, or repeatedly trying equipment that cannot be repaired. You find a small amount of drinking water. Do you finish it now, while dehydration is still mild, or divide it into measured portions? The stronger choice is controlled rationing, not panic drinking. Small scheduled amounts protect judgment and prevent fear from consuming the entire supply in 1 hour. But rationing alone is not a plan. In tropical heat, the sun steals water through sweat even when you remain perfectly still. So shade becomes survival equipment. A torn tarp, clothing, plastic sheeting, or a piece of the boat can reduce exposure and slow dehydration. Now another decision. Spend the hottest hours scanning for rescue, or lie beneath cover and save energy. Visibility matters, but your body is the only engine left. The safest compromise is a lookout routine. One person watches while the other rests. When alone, you alternate short observation periods with long periods of shelter. At night, the temperature falls. Wet clothing that cooled you during the day can drain heat after sunset. Exposure changes direction, but it never disappears. 3 days pass. No rescue. Hope is still useful, but only if it becomes discipline instead of expectation. Food feels urgent, yet water remains the greater threat. A starving person can survive far longer than a severely dehydrated one. The boat carries fishing line, hooks, wire, and scraps of bait. Every object must now be judged by one question. Can it produce calories without causing injury? A deep cut, infected puncture, or damaged hand could end your ability to collect food. In this environment, a minor wound can become a survival crisis. You have a chance to grab food near the boat, but the surface is unstable. Do you lean over the side, or build a safer handline from inside the hull? The handline is slower. It is also safer. Survival rewards methods that can be repeated every day, not heroic risks that succeed once. According to Alvarenga's account, raw marine food became essential. But eating uncooked food brings parasites, contamination, and violent illness, especially when the body is already weak. Do you eat immediately, or inspect, clean, and divide what you have? The better decision is controlled preparation and small portions, even when hunger is overwhelming. Without fresh water, eating large amounts can worsen thirst because digestion demands fluid. Maritime survival guidance is blunt. When water is absent, food may need to wait. The ocean offers calories, but never on a schedule. Long empty periods turn every failed line into a psychological attack. Weeks into the drift, hunger no longer feels like an emergency. It becomes the background noise of existence. Then thirst becomes the ruler of the boat. Your lips split, saliva thickens, headaches sharpen. Simple calculations become difficult. The sea surrounds you with water you cannot safely drink. Seawater contains more salt than human kidneys can remove without losing additional body water. Drink it, and the relief is temporary. Your blood becomes saltier, your kidneys work harder, and dehydration accelerates. Urine is not a reliable escape either. As dehydration deepens, it becomes increasingly concentrated and can add more waste and salt to an already stressed body. A cloud forms in the distance. Rain may be coming. You have one container, a salt-covered tarp, and only minutes to prepare. Do you collect the first runoff, or let it wash salt from the surface? The safer choice is to discard the first contaminated flow, then collect cleaner rainwater. Every surface becomes part of the system. Tarp, clothing, plastic, the boat's rim, even cupped hands. The goal is not comfort. It is capture. Now the hardest decision: drink deeply while rain is falling, or store most of it for the dry days ahead. Drink enough to stabilize your body, then protect the reserve. Water kept in open heat can spill, evaporate, or become contaminated. Storage is as important as collection. One successful storm can buy days. One missed storm can erase weeks of progress. Your life is now tied to weather you cannot predict. The ocean does not attack in one way. During the day, reflected sunlight burns skin from above and below. Salt dries into wounds. Constant moisture softens the feet and hands. Every rope, edge, and rough surface begins cutting tissue that cannot properly heal. At midday, the metal and fiberglass become a furnace. At night, wind and wet clothing can leave the same boat cold enough to shake. You must choose when to work. The correct answer is during cooler hours, early morning, late afternoon, or beneath cloud cover. A storm line appears. Do you protect the food and water first, or focus on stabilizing the boat? The boat comes first. Supplies are useless if the hull capsizes. Lower your weight, secure loose objects, bail continuously, and keep the bow facing the safest angle available. But tying yourself too tightly can trap you. Leaving everything loose can send the tools overboard. Survival lies between those two mistakes. The storm passes, leaving a damaged shelter and less water than before. This is how the ocean defeats people, not always with one disaster, but through repeated loss. You repair the shade with knots made by swollen fingers. The result looks crude, yet it protects the one resource that cannot be replaced: your body. Months at sea turn maintenance into ritual. Check the hull, dry the containers, inspect the lines, protect the hands. Repeat before something fails. Then the invisible enemy arrives. Days lose their names. The horizon stops carrying information. Time becomes only heat, darkness, thirst, and waiting. Isolation can distort judgment long before it creates obvious hallucinations. A distant cloud becomes land. A wave becomes a vessel. Silence begins to feel personal. You need a clock, even without a clock. Count sunrises, mark lunar cycles, or move a small object each day. Timekeeping protects the mind from dissolving into repetition. You also need tasks that are not emergencies. Clean one corner, retie one knot, inspect one container. Routine creates proof that your choices still matter. In the real account that inspired this episode, 2 men began the drift. According to Alvarenga, Cordoba became ill, lost hope, and eventually died. The death of a companion changes the survival problem completely. Grief, guilt, fear, and silence now compete with dehydration and hunger. The danger is not only despair. Severe isolation can make a survivor reckless, abandoning shelter, refusing food, or entering the water without a calculated reason. You feel the urge to swim toward a shape on the horizon. Do you leave the boat for a chance that may be imaginary? Unless land is close, confirmed, and reachable, the boat is your largest signal and flotation device. Leaving it can turn uncertainty into immediate death. Hope must be controlled like water, enough to keep you alive, never so much that it forces a fatal decision. After many months, the boat is no longer transportation. It is shelter, rain collector, pantry, signal platform, and the entire border of your remaining world. Every object has changed purpose. A bottle becomes storage. Wire becomes a hook. Cloth becomes shade. A broken panel becomes a rain channel. This is survival engineering at its most basic, not inventing perfect tools, but forcing damaged materials to perform one more day. You watch clouds to estimate weather, swells to sense direction, and the color of the water for changes that may suggest currents or nearby land. None of these clues is certainty. The Pacific is large enough to imitate rescue for weeks. According to Alvarenga, passing ships sometimes appeared, but he could not make them understand that the small boat was in distress. Imagine seeing people close enough to wave, then watching them disappear. The emotional collapse after failed rescue can be more dangerous than the days before it. Your response must be immediate. Return to routine before despair becomes behavior. Check water. Prepare shade. Prepare the next signal. Do the next necessary thing. The body weakens, but efficiency improves. You stop wasting motion. You use cooler hours. You protect your hands because every task depends on them. Survival is no longer a battle against the entire ocean. It is a chain of small decisions, each one designed to prevent the next irreversible mistake. The moon changes again. You have crossed seasons without knowing your position. The voyage has become longer than any rescue plan would reasonably expect. Yet one rule remains. As long as the boat floats, water can be collected, and judgment remains intact, the situation is not finished. Then the horizon changes. A dark line holds its shape. Clouds gather above it differently. Birds may be present, but you do not trust the first sign. You wait. The line grows. For the first time in months, the ocean is not endless. Land creates a final danger. Reefs, surf, exhaustion, and currents can kill a survivor within sight of safety. Do you enter the water immediately, or wait for the boat to move closer? The best choice depends on distance, surf, current, and the strength left in your body. Alvarenga said he abandoned the boat near a remote islet of Eben Atoll and reached shore on January 30th, 2014, for 138 days after departure. Reaching sand is not the same as being safe. After prolonged starvation and dehydration, standing, walking, and even accepting food can become medical challenges. The first hours ashore require restraint, careful fluids, warmth, assessment, and gradual nourishment. After such an ordeal, even rescue must be survived. The boat has crossed thousands of miles. The engine never returned. Rescue never found you at sea. Survival came from rain, improvisation, experience, and relentless routine. Most people imagine survival as courage in one dramatic moment. But this ordeal suggests something colder. Survival is choosing correctly when nobody is watching hundreds of times. A drink saved instead of wasted. Shade built before the heat. A storm secured before it arrived. A routine continued after hope failed. The Pacific gives no second chances, and no decision is small when your entire world is a damaged fishing boat. Could you survive 438 days lost at sea?